More than 125 years ago, 4 women decided they wanted to do something to express their patriotism. But at that time, women were excluded from men's organizations formed to perpetuate the memory of ancestors who fought to make this country free and independent. That is how the Daughters of the American Revolution was formed, and it's still going strong today with chapters all over the country as well as right here on Delmarva. I would like for you to say good afternoon to 2 members of the Samuel Chase chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, or DAR. This is Chapter Regent Lee Ellen Griffith and Chapter Registrar Dottie Samashko. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, ladies. It's wonderful to have you.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, we've been talking a lot before we actually got on camera. Tell me a little bit more about the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Well, the DAR was founded in 1890 as a nonprofit, non-political women's service organization. And we have a headquarters, it's a full city block in Washington, D.C., just a little ways away from the White House. And on that campus, there's a wonderful museum and a terrific genealogical library that's open to the public. So I invite everybody to come next time they're on their D.C. vacation. Our current membership hovers around 190,000 ladies. And our mission is historic preservation, education, and patriotism. And of course, as I'm sure you can imagine, our focus is to honor and recognize America's first veterans, those who fought in the Revolutionary War, and the people who supported that effort.
So this is a huge resource. Absolutely huge.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there are 3 types of service that you recognize: military, civil service, and patriotic.
Yes, and within those 3 categories, in the military, in 1775, for example, the Continental Army, the regular Army, and the Navy was formed. Prior to that, the colonies had militias. They still had militias, but they were within the state and usually protected within the state. The civil was your judges that supported the revolutionary cause, people that paid taxes, and then finally the patriotic are those that say maybe lent their wagon and some corn and took it to the troops, and they received a script saying, we'll pay you back, so you have a documentation that way.
Wow. Now, your chapter honors Samuel Chase.
Yes.
Tell me about Samuel Chase.
Well, when our chapter was founded in 1933, they decided to name it after Samuel Chase, who was born in Somerset County, just outside of Princess Anne, to an Anglican clergyman. He was born in 1741, and he studied law up in Annapolis. He became a member of the Maryland General Assembly. He was a signer of the Declaration of Independence. And in 1796, George Washington appointed him to the U.S. Supreme Court. So he was quite a notable character from Delmarva.
Okay, now your patriot is Solomon Wainwright.
Yes.
Tell me about him.
Solomon was born in 1741. He was my 5th great-grandfather, and he was already a 5th-generation family member living on Delmarva.
Okay.
So his service consisted of being a private in the Somerset Militia, based out of the Nanticoke Point Company. And he died in 1801, leaving a will that enumerated his children, which is a terrific help to us when we try to do genealogy. Right.
Okay, so let me state the obvious here just to make sure it's clear. Your patriot is your ancestor.
Correct.
As the daughter. You're the 5th generation down from this particular patriot.
Right, and he looks kind of lonely here, but I've got 2 more in the pipeline, one of whom is a woman, which is kind of exciting.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Dottie, let me ask you about you. You actually have 5 patriots.
I do. I have 4 patriots from North Carolina and 1 patriot from Delaware. His name was Foster Donovan Jr., and he almost wasn't a patriot. He was caught up in a rebellion. Court records for Delaware show that he abjectly apologized and committed to the new government, and that was called an oath of allegiance. That's how I have my patriot.
Oh, okay.
He was born circa 1755, and he died about 1822.
The focus of your chapter is service to veterans and current service members. Tell me more about that.
Well, locally, in fact, we have a big event coming up on Veterans Day. We always go to the local assisted living facilities, and we give handmade lap robes that members of our chapter have been working on all year, either knit, crocheted, pieced, or quilted. And we go visit the veterans, present them with a lap robe, hear their stories, and just generally make them feel appreciated.
Wow.
And we go in teams of 2
Right.
to all the, I think, 6 different places we go to in Salisbury. We also team up with Operation We Care, which is a wonderful nonprofit. You probably know about it here in Salisbury.
Yeah.
And we donate time, we donate items to the boxes they pack up, the care packages they pack up to ship to servicemen overseas.
Wow. So if we want to know more about the Daughters of the American Revolution, how can we find out more? Is there a way to do that?
Well, you can go to their national website,
Yeah.
www.dar.org. That's
Okay.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
You could also follow our chapter on Facebook, the Samuel Chase Chapter,
Okay.
NSDAR.
Okay. Well, and of course, we'll have all that on DelmarVaLife.com, all the information for you. Leigh-Ellen Dottie, thank you so very
Thank
much
you.
for coming in this afternoon and sharing the stories with us, and for what you do, too. That is greatly appreciated.